Hi, this is Conrad Zimmerman of FistShark Marketing, reminding you that this show only exists thanks to the financial support of fans like you. Want to help us out? Visit patreon.com/FistShark or click the Patreon link at fistshark.com to learn more about how to pledge a small monthly contribution. And thanks for listening.
Conrad, can you...
So,
oh, no, sorry. No, you go ahead.
Kilmer's in at 3?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just see what I've got. A couple of Kanye West lawsuits. It's same old. He's still going pro se. Don't understand why people do that.
You would think they would learn,
No.
5, 6, 700 dismissals. They keep doing it.
Okay. Yeah, that's about all I've...
Okay.
I know that next week we've got Gary Busey in just to discuss a few things. I think he's got some reality TV options that he could go through, and we'll see if there's something. But
yeah, I'm sure we can come across something for him. He's pretty recognizable, and he's open to just about anything. So I don't think we'd have any problem getting him on board for something. Someone wants to point a camera at him.
So we killed Paulson.
Yeah, we did. did.
Yeah, I guess that needs to be talked about, because we really...
Does it?
Well...
I mean, look, it's not as though we didn't have a good reason, right?
Yeah, the reason... I mean, it was the wrong... The reason was wrong, but the
right.
intent... The intent was pure of heart.
Yeah, so he was not a robot.
Yeah, that's... I'll tell you what. I am going to take my lumps there. That was, on our part, a boner.
Exactly. There's no two ways about it. Normally, I'd be trying to find some way to shift blame onto Craig for that. But, no, I'm gonna have to cop. Like, he had me fooled. He had me completely fooled.
Mia, as they say, culpa on that one.
I mean, if he just hadn't been so robot-like.
That was, I mean, he didn't do himself any favours.
No.
He didn't help matters.
And every time we would ask about it, it would only seem more like he was a robot, right? He never argued, he never fought against it, and he just sort of rolled with it, like everything else here, here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at the issues he had. He had a robotic delivery. He had a robotic way of examining problems. He was a robot. He had all of these issues. Oh, he wasn't a robot.
No, was not a robot. That's
point,
right. Yeah,
I'm making the same mistake I made before we... I hesitate to use the word killed. We problemed him.
Did we problem him? Or because normally that's the solution to a problem, not the production.
That's true.
Of one.
We opportunited him.
We did. Yes, there we go.
I mean, it was opportunistic as well. I mean, once he fell, we were on him like wolves on a wounded dog. Moose.
Moose?
Moose is a better analogy than dog. Wolves on a dog isn't very... You couldn't tell where the wolves end and the dog begins. Then again, you couldn't tell where Paulson ended by the time we were finished with him.
Well, there were parts in various places.
Yeah, strewn. Strewn is the word that keeps coming to mind when I think about him. Did they get all of him in the end, or in
I don't think it was possible to get all of him. I think some of the pieces are probably just going to be too small.
That's true. Some of it got in the punch. I know that much, which, affected the taste. I mean, to be fair, I probably shouldn't have stopped to ladle some out while we were leaving, because people seemed a bit angry with us.
They did seem upset.
We caused a bit of a scene, but, I mean, were they angry at us because we killed another human being in cold blood in the middle of the reception, or were they angry because we were stuffing our pockets with cocktail sausages on the way out?
Who can say?
To be fair, that was the worst part of the day for me. I think that's where we crossed a line. I mean, at one point I shoved my hand in the wedding cake, because I'm not going to a wedding and not getting some cake, and they hadn't cut it yet. So I grabbed a fistful as I was leaving.
I understand. It was tacky. But at that point, you sort of figure, we need to go. We still should get to experience all of the elements of the wedding.
We sat through a wedding.
Yeah, sure. We happened to dismember and then beat with the dismembered limbs a guy.
Yeah.
In the middle of a wedding reception.
Well, I mean, think about how this affected me. I had put in a request with the DJ to play Ballroom Blitz. And I left before Ballroom Blitz came on.
You're kidding me. He was going to play Ballroom Blitz?
Yeah, we missed...
That's the worst.
We missed Ballroom Blitz, so, let's not act as if Paul, everyone at the wedding, Craig, and Holly were the only victims here.
That's true. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing as well. Wedding cake, dry.
Really?
Very dry, arid, like the desert.
That's just a damn shame. I mean, you know what? We probably did everyone a favor by sparing them that.
Yeah. I think, honestly, we didn't do anything wrong. I'll admit we made a mistake. That's big coming from me. It takes a big man to admit his mistakes. Because I don't normally admit anything. I'll tell you a list of the things I don't admit, Conrad. Right? Mm-hmm. Mistakes, normally. I don't admit mistakes. Defeat. I don't admit defeat. I didn't admit people from poor areas of town to my nightclub when I ran it.
Sure. Those all make sense.
So, For me to sit here right now, in front of everyone, I mean, obviously no one's in the office right now, but if they were here, I would admit in front of everyone that I made a mistake, I'm sorry, and I'll come up with some way to make up for it. But they're not here now, Conrad, so I can't say or do or promise or bother to make up for anything that may have happened.
So... You ready to go through his office?
Oh, yeah, we're going to help ourselves to all of his stuff. Do we want to divvy up the clients 50-50?
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay. That sounds good.
This is good. This is good. This is you and me back together. The old team back together. It's just us now, Conrad.
Well, and the doll. Still the doll.
Oh, I forgot all about the doll. That's been sat here this whole time, huh?
Whole time? Yeah.
The doll that the...
I don't know who put it on the chair.
Yeah, but, it maybe one of the... the senior partners are still really behind this doll. When...
Yeah.
What was her name? Catherine? When Catherine died, and the senior partners brought in this doll to replace her, they really did think this thing of plastic and straw would reinvent the company, but it has just sat there.
Pretty much. Yeah. I've received no valuable input from it in its entire tenure here, and, it's not like we haven't tried.
I'll tell you one thing, though. It looks bigger. Does it look bigger to you?
So...
Has he got any money?
No, it doesn't look like there's any money. There's a lot of protein powder.
I don't want no protein powder.
You know that plant is real. That's a live plant in the corner.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't want it.
I don't either. I'm just curious how it survives in this environment.
Well, that's true. Yeah, most of the things we bring in here living die pretty soon.
The plastic plants turn brown.
Yeah, that's always been a delight of mine, actually.
Well, let's see. Maybe he's got something in the file cabinet.
I'm going to check under his desk for treasure. Just executives normally get a little bit of treasure somewhere from the top of corporate doubloons.
Bound to roll off of the desk onto the floor and be
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my executive issue treasure is all over the place.
Well, I mean, you don't want it all centralized, because then if someone comes to steal it, they get it all at once, you know? You want to make them work for it.
That's what Caitlin did. She put it in a chest and buried it at the beach. Got dug up and eaten by crows. Couple of chocolate coins down here.
Ooh, we got some files.
Files?
Yeah.
I love files. Alright,
So,
okay, let's lay these out, see if there's anything juicy.
Looks like we got a pile of ideas that Paulson never told us about.
That sly dog. Whatever happened to Paulson?
I want to say he had a seizure. Didn't he have a seizure? Like he's like short circuited, right?
I think so.
Yeah, that sounds.
Yeah. Actually, I'm getting confused in my head trying to remember who he was. Do you mind if we call him Paul?
Oh yeah, I mean just for the purposes of clarity.
Just for clarity, it's just I knew a Paulson, and something terrible happened to him at a wedding recently.
Yeah, okay. Well, we wouldn't want to mix up your Paulsons. Sure, yeah.
No.
All right,
Okay.
so-
Anyway, forget all that. Let's look at these files. Let's see what's going on here.
All right, I see. It says here, go back in the kitchen and shit in it.
That sounds promising.
It does, doesn't it? Let's see here. Samantha Fox. Oh,
Very beautiful and such a talent.
Yes, I have not heard from her in some time. I didn't realize Paulson had these kinds of connections.
Well, they're ours now.
Yes, they are. And this is that's a new anthem.
Okay, anthems are good. People like anthems. They need them.
Pop songs are good money makers, very reliable. Go back to the kitchen and shit in it.
Okay, so what is that?
Apparently, it's just, I want to have some fun, but she says, go back to the kitchen and shit in it. It's some feminist anthem.
Oh, no, I think I get that. It's kind of like Beyonce's Lemonade.
Oh, okay.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
You know, you tell Beyonce to go back to the kitchen and, you know, she will say no.
Right.
She will tell you that the police are bad.
To step off. Yeah.
Step off of this.
Right.
I'm Beyonce. But Samantha Fox, her transformative take on Beyonce's Lemonade success would be to go back to the kitchen after, you know, a sexist man has told her to go back to the kitchen, and she'll shit on it. She'll, you know, shit on the floor, shit in the sink, shit in the dishwasher, shit in the sandwich.
Yeah. I could definitely see the music video. I can really visualize it.
Yeah, Samantha Fox, like, up on the table, like, up on a countertop, squatting over, panties around her ankles, taking a dump on a cutting board. Maybe like some shit cutlets on a baking tray, pop that in the oven, out it comes, steaming shit, serves it to her husband.
Well, and the thing that I like about this is that it's a more subtle revenge, right? Like, Samantha Fox appears to be giving into the demand by going back to the kitchen.
Yeah, but that's it. It's a subversion.
Right. In the act of the shitting in the kitchen, it's like, careful what you wish for kind of situation.
Yeah, because I did go back in the kitchen, and I tell you what, I didn't do kitchen things in there. I did shit in there.
And that's not where you do shit normally.
Ordinarily, preferably, if you're gonna shit, you're gonna want to do that in a bathroom. And not just anywhere in the bathroom, that's going in a porcelain toilet, my friend.
Specifically, yes. I mean, perhaps in some more rural areas, a hole in the ground suffices. But a kitchen? No.
That's no place for shit.
That's not a place to shit.
That's the thing I've always said about Samantha Fox. She's like Beyonce with nuance.
This is good. This is very good. I'm just
solid gold.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take that.
Yeah, do we want to, like, just get some Tipex, get some correcting fluid, just white out Paul's name on that, and pop down ours.
That sounds good. That sounds real good.
We'll present that to the board on Monday. Just go back to the kitchen and shit on it. Yeah, I like that. I like
that, yeah.
a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
What else we got?
Let's see. I like this one as well, actually. This one seems to have some promise. Nihilist egg.
Nihilist egg. It's a mouthful.
Yeah. Well, quite literally, it's a breakfast product for children.
Oh, okay, all right. I can get behind that. Children's breakfast products we need something new. We've been doing toaster pastry and then toaster strudel, and, like, we can retro back to Pop-Tarts again, but if we've got something fresh that's gonna put a new spin on it, the market's right.
Well, not enough kids are eating eggs.
That's
Eggs
true.
are good for you.
High protein, high in good cholesterol.
Flexible. There's a lot you can do with an egg. Poach it, fry it,
Yeah,
boil it, soft and hard.
that's true.
Scramble it.
Yeah.
Anything you can do. Now, these nihilist eggs, this is basically the problem that Paul set out here is, A, not enough children are eating eggs.
That's been proven, yeah.
Proven in a court of law.
It has been firmly established that kids are not eating enough eggs.
Not enough eggs. They don't have the protein. That's why they're weak-willed.
Mm-hmm.
And point B, which is the second problem, and he's underlined this one, so this is the one he finds a bit more important than the actual nutritional importance, is that not enough children these days consider the cosmic horror and existential dread that comes with the finite nature and ultimate pointlessness of their own banal existences. They are going to die one day, alone preferably, horribly possibly. It will have all been for naught, totally meaningless. The people left alive will remember more about them than they will, because they're dead, thus have no memories. Seriously, I know more about the Beatles than George Harrison now, because George Harrison is dead, therefore knows nothing. Children will become adults, adults will become crones, crones will become worms' meat.
Huh. So it's a breakfast item that confronts children with the existential dread of their own mortality.
Yes. And that is done by... the rest of the document is just various pictures of eggs.
Huh. How would you do that? Like, maybe you make it as a packaged food product, and you print some, Nietzsche quotes on the inside of the boxes, like random ones, kind of like Snapple does with the caps.
I mean, yeah. I mean, children typically don't like to read. I mean, that's the first problem, is children don't like to read. So before we get them to read the Nietzsche quotes on the box of the nihilist eggs, we're going to need to get those little fuckers some reading eggs.
Maybe we just need to come up with some sort of character, some mascot that the kids can identify with. And,
people like mascots.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Draws them in, and, they're buying in for the mascot, and then we're slipping in the nihilism.
Are mascots popular these days? I mean, when I was young, Tony Tiger.
Sure. Yeah.
The Cheerio Honeybee.
Captain
These
Crunch.
were big. Captain Crunch. These were iconic figures of my youth. I'm not sure whether children really care for mascots these days. They care more about your Justin Biebers and, your teen personalities. So maybe what we want to do first is get some mascot eggs that will help the children appreciate mascots. Use the mascot to promote reading, which gets them onto the reading eggs.
Mm-hmm.
And then once they're ready for literature, nihilist eggs. The problem here is that I seem to be creating more eggs.
Yeah.
More eggs for eggs.
It's like an egg inside an egg inside an egg. It's like a Russian nesting doll of eggs that you've got going on.
It's an egg-egg situation.
Right? Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What came first, the egg or the egg?
Sure.
The egg or the egg. I mean, I really love the idea of nihilist egg, but I don't know how we can... What if we injected the shells with a powerful hallucinogen?
Okay.
I don't know whether that would promote nihilism, but the kids would want more.
It'd certainly be mind expanding.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure at some point the horror of mortality will come across their minds.
It just stands to
They're
reason.
Yeah, they're eating hallucinogenic eggs every single day. Some of those days they're going to be in a bad mood, and that's going to fuck up the whole trip. So what if we... I tell you what, we will white out nihilist and put in drugs.
Well, I mean, drugs practically sell themselves.
You kind of don't need the egg bit.
You kind of don't,
point.
yeah.
But then again, marketing's everything.
That's true. That's true.
New from FistShark Foods, dregs.
I like dregs.
All of the colourful fun of drugs with the tasty, nutritious value of an egg.
Sold. Sold. I see no
Okay.
problems whatsoever. God.
Okay, so I'm just going to take Paulson's name off this. Zip.
Yep.
And then Jim and Conrad's idea.
Okay.
And we'll present that before the board on Monday.
All right. No. Oh, we got a couple of clients in here.
Okay. Oh, yeah, we're going to need to divvy those up.
Oh,
yeah,
certainly.
Yeah.
Did you know Paul was repping Michael Richards?
What?
I didn't think anybody was working with Richards anymore.
No, we're gonna have to rock paper scissors to see who wants to take that one, because I don't.
Oh, God, there's a project. He's already working on something.
Okay. Well, I mean, he's had 2 hits so far with shitting in the kitchen and getting kids hooked on egg drugs. So maybe this will work.
I don't know.
What's the title?
Okay. Well, that's the thing. It's a sequel.
Okay.
It's
Sequel's
a sequel.
good?
It's a sequel to B movie. You know that Jerry Seinfeld film where he's a bee and he has sex with a human and it's like really kind of hot, but you know. But if you pull it out in the theater, then Usher kicks you out. It's entrapment. That's all I'm saying. It's entrapment.
Yeah. Well, Usher should be working on movie theatre anyway. He's got better things to do as a pop star.
But no, it's a sequel to B movie, but it's not B movie 2.
Okay.
It's not about bees. Doesn't look like Jerry Seinfeld's involved at all. It's Eel movie 2, the sequel.
Oh, I see what they've done there. That's a good play on words.
It's not bad. It's not
just,
bad.
We're kind of getting into another egg situation, because I'd have wanted an eel movie first. I don't know if you can just claim that a movie about eels. I'm assuming it's about eels by the name.
Yeah. Let's see here. There's a brief treatment. Eels around a rotting corpse, swimming in circles, staring blankly into the camera. Roll credits. This says this is a 90-minute production.
Give me that. 90 minutes. Eel movie 2, the sequel to B movie, starring Michael Richards. Dozens of eels, rotting corpse, circling round, staring at the camera. Credits roll. Oh, wait, there's a second page.
Oh.
Lots of racist jokes. Probably do without page 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, but
I don't think that'll help us out there. But that just leaves us with the eels. I mean, what gets me is that he didn't just do B movie 2, the Bequel.
that would have made more sense.
Yeah, it's a better pun than sequel. That's just awkward. That sounded clever at first, but now that I've just thought of Bequil, and we could probably get Jerry Seinfeld for a Bequil.
Well, sure, he's not really doing anything, but, driving around the city aimlessly.
B-movie made him a couple of coins.
Yeah, he did okay.
But if we do the Bequil, then we're going to need lots of racist jokes.
Oh, yeah, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, ideally the racister the better.
Okay, so I guess basically what we're going to do is we're going to keep page 2.
Yeah, we're going to scrap page 1, keep page 2. And then I'm going to write Bequil at the top and our names at the bottom, and we'll present that to the board on Monday.
All right. Well, this has been great. So I guess I'd better get home. Still gotta get all that blood out of my suit.
Yeah, that's a good point. We did run straight here afterwards. But I mean, you've got to, because, it's a free-for-all once the others get here and start ransacking this place. Speaking of which, there's some Carmax on his desk. I'll fucking have that too.
FistShark Marketing is Jim Sterling and Conrad Zimmerman. Theme music by Ben Rama. Additional music by Alizar Chan. Our editor is Alan Smithy. Get more episodes and learn how to support the show at FistShark.com. Follow us on Twitter at FistShark for more of our exploits. Complaints can be forwarded via email to fistsharkmarketing@aol.com. And remember, life is a choice. You have other options. Goodbye.